Hi, everybody. My name's Amanda, and I'm with Silver Linings for Seniors. As always, I'm joined by Margo Aerosmith, one of our counselors at Silver Linings. Margo, how's it going today?
It's going pretty well. A little hot out there for me, but other than that, things are just fine.
Me too. Me too. It's humid this time of year, which is difficult. So today, we're going to talk a little bit about telehealth, or teletherapy. You can really use those two interchangeably. Um, since the coronavirus, teletherapy has really swooped in and probably saved a lot of people because instead of seeing people face to face now, we can do like you and I are doing through audio video, or you can also just do a normal phone call. So do you have a lot of telehealth clients, Margo? And if so, how's that going?
Well, I'd say probably half of the people that I see are telehealth. I think the only person, or maybe there's one other person who actually still sees people in the office, because there still are a few people who want to come in. However, a lot of people either don't want to come in or can't.
Right.
One of the nice things is that for people who are too far away to be able to come to the office, or for people who have transportation problems anyway, it's just kind of solving a problem. I think Medicare was kind of looking towards doing this anyway before COVID started.
Yeah.
And I think that the COVID just kind of pushed it up quicker. But it's working well. I see quite a few people. Some of the ones that I'm seeing doing telehealth are people who I had originally seen in the office. And so, of course, those are people I already knew. It was just a little getting used to. And several of them are brand new people who I've met for the first time this way.
Yeah. And, I want to talk a little bit about, I think sometimes people that we work with, the seniors, think that they have to be really technologically savvy to be able to do teletherapy. And we're going to tell you that you don't have to be, because when you make a call to your son or daughter or friend or anybody, it's the same thing. Now, granted, we can do audio, video like you and I are doing now, but talk a little bit about just an audio session and maybe how that can be just as successful as a face-to-face session.
Well, you know what? We get the same information out, ultimately. Sometimes, and I'm going to think that sometimes people feel a little intimidated when they're in the office. I mean, the office is very nice and personal, and I love it. I've been doing it for 35 years. I love it. Sometimes it can be, especially for somebody new, it can feel a little intimidating. The thing about telehealth is that when you're meeting somebody new and you're telling them all these things about yourself, and especially if you've never done it before, having a little bit of distance between you and them, we're not like sitting in a room right next to each other, I think sometimes for some people makes them a little more comfortable, actually. I had actually, because I thought about that, Amanda, when you just said what you said, and then I'm like, you know what? I actually can think of times where I think it's just more comforting sometimes. We're together, we're seeing each other, but yet there's that little bit of distance that at first a lot of people think is really important.
Yeah, and maybe it is a preference. I'm sure there are some people that would rather be seen face to face, and some people that would rather do it by audio or audio video, but right now there aren't a lot of options. So you're still able to, we talked about in past videos, you're still able to make those clinical breakthroughs. And so I just think it's important to get out there that telehealth, especially for seniors, can be a little scary, but it's
one of the nice things. I have one client who is an artist, and she's also writes. And she had made a book for her granddaughters where she drew the pictures, and she's made t-shirts, and she's able to show them to me. Usually when they're here, I'm like, oh, that sounds great. I would love to see them. And of course they never bring them in, and she will get and show it to me. So in that sense, like, I'm learning to get to know her a little better, or just sometimes seeing like, well, like right now I'm in the office in Cary, but you can see a picture in the background when I'm doing it from home. And we've done these videos when I was at home. You can see my taste in art.
Exactly.
And I can see a little bit about them. So while on the one hand there's this separation, in some ways it also has a different kind of an intimacy.
Well, it's just like a different kind of personalization that you couldn't get from face to face. So yeah, I think that's great, and I think it's really cool that you've still continued to have those breakthroughs.
Yeah, I just also want to say, because you mentioned the technology, and it does freak out a lot of older people who
It does.
swore they were never going to do anything with computers. But it's that if you have a computer and want to do it on the computer, I ask for your email,
Mm-hmm.
and I send you an invitation. You accept the invitation, and then when we have our appointment, you turn your computer on, and you will hear a really loud telephone ringing, and something comes up and it says, "Will you accept?" And they accept, and then there we are. It's that simple.
Yeah, and I think you
And
actually.
sometimes people, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you, but sometimes
No, you're
people
fine.
put the picture on the phone. That's not hard. I have one lady though, who I actually had seen her in the office, and now she's at home. She does not want to come out because of the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
She also doesn't want me to see her. So you know what? We just do it on the telephone.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. And I think it's really, you brought up a really good point that you're not going to go through this alone. You're not just going to be expected to turn on your computer and know how to work it. The therapists are going to offer support. The office staff is going to offer support. So we will help you every step of the way. All you have to do is say, hey, I need some help and I'd really like to talk to somebody. And it's done. We will take care of it for you. Right?
Exactly. You know, nobody here is going to think you're odd because you don't know how to do it.
Not at all.
Not at all. I mean, some places they do. I will say that as an older person myself, I've had that. I've had those encounters, but nobody here does that. We all are in the same place. We all get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for your time today, Margo. We're going to continue to talk about teletherapy. We actually, Silver Linings has something cool in store in regards to teletherapy. So stay tuned. And yeah,
I want to hear about that.
So as always, guys, if there's anything you want us to cover, please just comment down below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let us know what you want from us. But thank you, Margo, and I'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.